Evening, folks. The Flying Canary swooping back through the mid-November mist with another dose of League One optimism, sarcasm, and unlicensed meteorology. We're deep in the part of the season where scarves become essential kit, floodlights switch on at lunchtime, and every fan base insists we're just one result away. Tonight's forecast is lovingly brewed by petrol station pump coffee, as hot as your temper, as bitter as your last penalty appeal. Let's flutter through this weekend's fixtures, 11 games, infinite storylines, and one increasingly soggy notebook. Starting with Wimbledon versus Stockport County, Plough Lane drama. At Plough Lane, Wimbledon's fearless fans meet Stockport's sky blue swagger. The Dons thrive on hustle, the Hatters on habit, both allergic to silence, sponsored by South London Soundproofing, helping neighbours survive Saturday since 2019. Expect relentless pressing, a few questionable clearances, and at least one supporter convinced he could manage better. Prediction: Stockport 2, Wimbledon 2. Passion all around, goalposts rattled, nerves frayed. Barnsley versus Northampton Town, Oakwell Industrial Chic. At Oakwell, where steel meets stubbornness, Barnsley chase momentum, Northampton chase shadows and occasionally referees. Sponsored by Yorkshire Tea Gold, plated edition, for when your brew deserves promotion. Both sides play direct, both claim it's tactical, and both sets of fans will spend half the match shouting, "Ref, that's ours." Prediction: Barnsley 1, Northampton 0. Scrappy, satisfying, and sung about in the pub for weeks. Next, Burton Albion versus Blackpool, the malt versus the sea. Pirelli Stadium under grey skies and faint hops aroma. Burton grind, Blackpool glide, sponsored by Puka Pies, foam insulated range, keeping the heat in and the hope alive. Plenty of corners, plenty of confusion, and possibly a seagull intervention. Prediction: Blackpool 2, Burton 1. The Tangerines tan the Brewers late. Cardiff City versus Huddersfield Town, capital clash. The Cardiff City Stadium, full voice, full drizzle. Cardiff efficient, Huddersfield defiant. Both capable of either brilliance or bafflement. Sponsored by Greg's rainproof umbrellas. Sausage roll scented for your convenience. The only screams mid-table masterpiece. Prediction: Cardiff 1, Huddersfield 1. Nobody delighted, everybody relieved. Leyton Orient versus Exeter City. East meets West End. Brisbane Road hosts the Grecians, and the Tube Strikes host everyone else. Orient's passing pattern meets Exeter's pressing patterns. Someone's bound to trip. Sponsored by Deliveroo Derby Special, halftime kebab, full-time regret. Fast, frantic, and far too technical for the bloke filming on his phone. Prediction: Orient 2, Exeter 1. Lincoln City versus Doncaster Rovers, the Cathedral of Noise. Sinsel Bank or the LNER Stadium if you're feeling corporate, where home form meets hope. Lincoln neat as ever, Doncaster still looking for a rhythm, sponsored by Red Arrow's coaches, because all roads lead to somewhere near Lincoln. Compact, organised and louder than a fire alarm test. Prediction: Lincoln 1, Doncaster 0. The Imps inch closer to the playoffs. Luton Town versus Rotherham United, Kenilworth Rumble. Kenilworth rolled close enough to the pitch to borrow a shin pad. Luton's tight triangles meet Rotherham's sledgehammer style. Sponsored by DIY SOS sponsorship scheme, fixing touchlines since forever. Expect elbows, headers, and philosophical discussions about game management. Prediction: Luton 2, Rotherham 1. Noise levels unsafe. Mansfield Town versus Peterborough United, goals guaranteed. Field Mill under pale sunlight or possibly floodlight. It's November, who knows? Mansfield fearless, posh fluid, sponsored by Sky Best Self-Awareness Division, because you already know it'll be 4-3 somehow. It's chaos football, pure and simple. Predictions: Mansfield 3, Peterborough 2. Bring popcorn and possibly therapy. On to Plymouth Argyle versus Bradford City. Green versus Amber. Home Park, one of English football's true pilgrimages. Plymouth passed like poets, Bradford travelled like an army. Sponsored by Cornish Gold Ale, proof that victory tastes better chilled. Pasties, passion, and plenty of post-match debate. Prediction: Plymouth 2, Bradford 1. Port Vale versus Wycombe Wanderers, Staffordshire standoff. Vale Park's terraces echo with optimism and occasional moans about substitutions. Wickham bring long throws, loud songs and late goals. Sponsored by Travelodge, early checkout service for fans fleeing after stoppage time heartbreak. Prediction: Wickham 2, Port Vale 1. Late drama guaranteed again. Now, the Stevenage versus Bolton Wanderers, the crunch fixture. The Lamech Stadium half passion pit, half wrestling ring. Bolton's flair collides with Stevenage's full-body tackles. Sponsored by Pain Away Gel, official partner of Tuesday morning ice baths. Prediction: Bolton 2, Stevenage 2. Everyone leaves bruised but entertained. Wigan Athletic versus Reading, DW Stadium under winter lights. Wigan looking solid, Reading still redefining the word rebuild. Sponsored by NHS Cough Drops Division for managers hoarse from yelling second ball. Prediction: Wigan 1, Reading 0. Ugly, gritty, classic League One. And now for our referee appreciation moment. To this weekend's officials, standing firm amid frost, fury and 45 tactical fouls, we salute you. May your cards stay dry and your assistants stay awake. And the forecast. The weather stuff. Grey clouds drifting south, crosswinds over the Pennines, and in Cornwall, horizontal rain described as refreshing. Thermals on, optimism up, visibility. This week in football history, on the 15th of November 1997, Italy qualified for the World Cup, thanks to Christian Vieri, and the entire country of England blamed penalties instead. On the 16th of November 2002, James Milner became the Premier League's youngest scorer. He's still playing, still running, still somehow on everyone's five-a-side. And as for Mascot Madness, salute to Bertie the Bantam, who tried to backheel during a halftime replay and booted the prize into the burger van. Honourable mention to Vicky Vale from Port Vale, who allegedly led the pre-match warm-up while the subs queued for gloves. Mascots doing God's work, one foam limb at a time. And as a supporter soundbite, a Wickham fan told me, we're not inconsistent, we're unpredictable. I call that branding genius. And your Flying Canary travel tips. November travel survival guide. Layer up, look down, potholes, and never underestimate motorway service smash. If you're flying, check your gate twice. If you're driving, check your patience thrice. And remember, you can't get lost if you call it a scenic route. And as for the VAR callback, still absent, still unnecessary, and League One justice isn't delayed. It's debated, denied, and then forgotten by Tuesday. And that, my friends, is your mid-November O'Grady forecast. A whirlwind of passion, pies and peril. 11 fixtures, 9 daft predictions, and 1 flying canary still refusing to migrate. League One, where history hums, hope endures, and every ground smells faintly of chips and destiny. If your club fancies a tailor-made O'Grady outlook, 4 minutes of fan-flavoured forecasts, local jokes, and sponsor shout-outs, get in touch. Perfect for fanzines, pods, or brands brave enough to laugh at themselves. Like, share, and subscribe, and remember, football's not about certainty, it's about stories. And this league writes the best ones. Proudly fueled by Greg's, the pastry of persistence. I'm the Flying Canary, wings folded, mic dropped, and off to defrost in the car. See you next week, and bring your singing voice.